I'm Reegan. What your name is?
Billy.
Nice to meet you. Okay. I'm going to be your exercise referralist. How are you today? You feeling okay? Yeah. Busy day or quite chill?
Day off today, so I'm just chilled, really watch telly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what I'm here for is obviously you've been referred to me by GP about obviously your conditions, which I have written down. We're here for hypertension and stress, correct?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, so my responsibilities and my roles is just to help you come over these diseases. So, for example, hypertension obviously is quite high blood pressure. As I can see here, you've got a resting heart rate of 90, systolic blood pressure of 142 over 95. That's quite high. So what my aim is to do is to get you doing say activities like CV activities, just to slowly reduce that blood pressure. Okay. Obviously, if we need like any other advice, like if we need a nutritionist or you need to go to your GP, unfortunately I'm not qualified in that area, so you will have to go back to them. Okay. All this here will be kept between me and you. Okay. So if we do go into like different training programs and we do need to bring in other professionals again, like the nutritionist or going back to your GP, only they can have this information. We won't go around showing it to any other PTs that work within our gym. This will be strictly confidential and locked away, okay? Is that alright? Yeah. Okay. So, can I just make sure these details are correct, okay? So, if I just pass you that sheet, can you just go through that and just check it's all correct, okay? Good. Okay. Right, so okay, so all the details are correct, yeah? Okay. Right, have you ever heard of like goal setting with personal training? Have you had experiences in the gym or?
Yeah, I used to just knock around in the gym. Didn't really know what I was doing. Went there, tried to lose a bit of weight, didn't get much done, but I've been in the gym environment briefly before, yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get into the goal setting, like how are you feeling about this? How are you feeling about coming back to the gym?
I'll be honest, I'm not really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No disrespect to you. I'll turn up, yeah, I'll give it a go. But I'm not really motivated at the minute, I wouldn't say.
Okay.
Yeah, not really looking forward to it, but I'll give it a go.
Is there any reason why you're not looking forward to it, or?
I've got problems, relationships, not working out. I've got work deadlines to meet.
Yeah.
So I would say I am stressed at the minute. I've got a lot to do in a short space of time.
Yeah. Okay, right. So yeah, obviously our aim is, well, obviously now you say you just need a bit more motivation. I will be here to motivate you throughout the sessions. Obviously, we're not going to go fully into the sessions for another maybe a week, just so you can get used to getting back into the gym environment and obviously not trying to think too much about what people think of me and stuff like that. Yeah. Also, right, and obviously the goals we've set. So you've got goals here for like your general health and your fitness. Do you walk a lot? Like, do you drive?
I'll get the bus to work every day.
How far away is work from your home?
Good 2 or 3 miles. It's probably within walking distance.
Yeah.
But I choose to get the bus.
Okay. So what we could do for a short-term goal then is I've got here is like instead of constantly taking the bus and stuff, like maybe try walking to work or just to get some exercise in your daily life, because I don't know, do you just sit around a lot of work, or do you?
Yeah, I just sit at the desk, got deadlines to meet. I'm rarely moving.
Yeah, so obviously that will then put some exercise into your life. I mean, also it will help you, like, if you think about it, it kind of could help you relieve your stress. Yeah. Because if you're not having to worry about missing the bus time, or you're not worried about how cramped the bus can be in this space, you could maybe just take a nice walk through the morning air and just obviously it's like probably do you live in like a calm, relaxed area?
Nice area, really.
That's good then, because obviously you could take your time and stuff like that. So okay, so far we've talked about information, Talk about confidentiality, right? And have you heard of SMART targets?
I've heard of them, don't really know
Do you
much.
understand the meaning?
I don't really get what they're.
Okay, well, obviously SMART targets is something we use in the gym quite a lot. S is specific, M is measurable, A is accessible, and then R is realistic, and T is time. So for example, if I was to take one of your goals, which would be, say we want to like increase the amount of cardiovascular exercise you do, so make that specific to helping you relieve like your hypertension and your stress. Measurable is like obviously how long you've gone for, or how many other weeks, and then so like, do you understand? Did you get the meaning? Yeah, that's good then. So obviously, is there any like things you don't like doing in a gym? Because obviously over this training plan, to help increase your hypertension, I want to do kind of some like a lot of cardiovascular exercise to obviously help the like your heart rate and stuff, getting blood to the muscles and stuff. Is there any exercises that you don't like doing?
No, I'd be fine with that. Yeah.
You're happy?
I'm happy to do CV or weight training.
Okay. Obviously, you've said you've been in the gym before. Did you ever play any sports? Or?
Yeah, I used to play five-side. Well, only on the weekend, only recreational stuff.
Just recreational, not
Nothing too serious, really.
Okay, and how did you enjoy that? Or
that was good, yeah.
do you still do that?
I don't no more now. Me and my friends who used to do five-side, we occasionally on the weekend go out, go to the pub. We drink a lot of alcohol. I smoke. Probably wouldn't help.
Okay. Obviously, you did. I've seen you have written that down on your information, on like your relevant information and stuff. Yeah. Alcohol and smoking can be a cause for your hypertension. So one of the goals I've looked to do is for your lifestyle is to like reduce, like a long-term goal would be like not completely reduce alcohol and smoking from your system. Obviously, if you want to quit smoking, I can help you a little bit to push you to that. But I know like alcohol is a very social aspect. So a long-term goal is to like, how many units do you drink a week? Is what I'm wondering.
I don't have an exact figure, but I know it's a lot more than the average.
Yeah. So obviously then we take that and we want to cut that down, because obviously then that could cause worse, like it could progress on to like cardiovascular disease and strokes and kidney failure and stuff like that, which we wouldn't really want to happen. We can do, obviously you're quite stressed and you said you're not very motivated. It's going to be completely one-on-one, me and you. Yeah. So if you ever need anyone to speak to, like to motivate you through those sessions, I'm always going to be here for you. Also over the time we're going to go through reviews of the goals that we have set for you today. Our first review would be in 4 weeks to see if you've met like your short-term goals, and if you have, then we can sit down and write some new ones, and if you haven't, we can keep on pushing to work to them until you reach the goal. Obviously I've given you a brief idea of what I need from you to train today. Are you aware of like how hard the sessions could be on you? Or?
I bet they are quite challenging.
I want to progress over the time. So obviously in the first 4 weeks, I'm not going to push you like all the way into a full-out sprint or anything like that. We're just going to slowly build up the intensity to make you start feeling that little bit more comfortable within the gym environment. And we're going to do, obviously, we're not going to be doing really heavy weight exercises, because that could really like affect your hypertension. Because if you're putting so much pressure into lifting a weight like that, then obviously the blood will build up, and then the heart will have to work more. If you understand what I mean? Okay. So we've done on this. Obviously, you've checked your details are all correct, right? Yeah, your phone number's correct and your email? Yeah. Okay, perfect. The last thing I'm going to ask from you today is, can you please just sign this consent form, just to make sure that obviously you understand what we're going to be doing over the weeks, and that all the information will be kept consent or locked away. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Right. Well, that's us done for today then. Thank you for coming along, and I'll see you next week. See that one.